All right, welcome back to the Rich Eisen Show right here on the Roku channel inside the Super Bowl experience in the downtown Phoenix Convention Center. And joining us here just prior to our radio audience returning, so the first of two times I introduce the wide receiver of the Buffalo Bills, the Pro Bowler, courtesy of Downey, Stefon Diggs. How you doing, Stefon Diggs?
I'm awesome. Thanks for having me, as usual. You're always a nice face to see.
Oh, is that right? Mm-hmm. I'll say the same thing to you. I will say the same thing to you. Normally, I will start and ask about what's going on in your world, but is that T-shirt for me that you have right there?
Yeah, I actually just want you to smell it. You know what I'm saying? The product that I'm behind, I just want to make sure that we're all behind it. And you know what I'm saying? You got to sniff it to really see.
I have to sniff it to really...
Because I'm here on behalf of Downey.
Yes.
Unstoppables, and they keep me fresh and clean, and they make me smell really nice. So, it's like perfume for your clothes. So
you want me to actually
put your nose
smell the shirt, put my nose to the shirt.
Put your nose to it.
Well, that's
not
nice.
a bad smell.
Oh, that's nice.
I was gonna let them get a whiff too if you don't want it. If you're willing to share.
Do you like down the row?
Yeah.
Hold on a minute. Do you mind?
I don't mind. Let me see your arm.
Here we go. There we go. Take a smell. Right?
Oh.
Right?
It's pretty good.
And that's a nice day starter
there.
There we go. That's a day starter. Okay,
clear it. Smelling good.
Oh, right?
Oh, yeah.
No, stop. Now, let's not creep people out. Just one quick sniff and move it along, sir.
I wanted the full experience.
He's breathing
I use Unstoppables at every level.
No, I can throw past too.
I use it too. Let me see.
All right.
There we go. Not
Touchdown.
Bad. Not bad.
Fantastic. That's good stuff.
I like that.
You use it at home with the kids?
I
do too.
Mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished. That's why the sniff was so hard. It was a familiar scent to me.
They got to be happy now with that.
So look who's here courtesy of Downey. His name is Stefon Diggs of the Buffalo Bills, right here on the Rich Eisen Show on the Friday before the big game. And the Rich Eisen Show radio network has just rejoined us here at the Super Bowl site in Arizona, sitting at the Rich Eisen Show desk right now, furnished by Grainger. With supplies and solutions for every industry, Grainger is the right product for you. Call clickgrainger.com or just stop by. And look who has just stopped by. Well, the radio audience just returned. Listen to who has just stopped by. His name is Stefon Diggs. He is him of the Buffalo Bills. What's up, him?
What's up, big guy? How you doing?
How are you?
I'm awesome. Thanks for having me on. I really appreciate it.
Now, where did him come from? Was that just natural? Did it just came out of you, or you've been thinking about something?
Well, I mean,
what is this?
It's kind of natural, you know.
Yeah.
I think it's more so a play on who are you? You ever seen that guy with the bowling? You know, you're like,
Oh yeah.
Who do you think you are?
Who do you,
and
who
that's
do you think
that's
you
probably
are?
the best video I've ever seen of any sport ever in life. So shout out to Pete Weber.
So that him is from Pete
Kind
Weber.
of like a play off the Pete Weber. Like, who do you think you are? I am. I'm him.
That's what's up.
And I'm him.
Yeah,
so that's the
I'm
extra.
him.
I love it.
Little twist.
I like the twist. So, what do you make of your season, man? What do you make of it?
Of course, like I want to give you the storybook or the political. That sounds great to say, like, yeah, we gave it everything we got. You know, we fell short and but it is disappointing. It is very off-putting. It's such a delicate season this year with everything that took place, and you know the adversity we had to battle, and you know it felt like the world was pulling for us.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying, and in a way we kind of let them down, especially just how it didn't resolve and how we didn't see the whole thing through. Like, of course we wanted for ourselves, but I felt like in a moment throughout the season everybody wanted it for us. You know, everything that happened and everything that they saw that our season was. So it damn sure was disappointing. Some good things to take from it. We are a good team. We've been a good team for the past couple of years, and just that moment to get over the hump, it's just like we're working at it.
So then I guess what wound up being missing, do you think?
I don't know. It's just like, I don't know. I feel like the first 9 weeks of our season, we had a clear identity. We had a recipe that was working, and we kind of got away from it towards the back end, we kind of figured out ways to win, but we weren't necessarily winning with that same energy we had those first like 9 weeks.
Yes.
So getting back to it, and we weren't as healthy. We had guys get banged up all throughout the year.
Vaughn
you know
going
down.
Yeah.
Vaughn was a huge blow. You know what I'm saying? He was one of those guys we brought in to be that spark, and he was from day one when he walked in the building. So it just seemed like everything that's almost bad that could happen kind of happened for us. So
well, I mean, absolutely, no question about it. But it was great to see Damar Hamlin here last night.
Yeah.
You know, what can you put into words what that was for you?
Yeah,
watching that on that night in Cincinnati and then everything else.
I kind of feel like I'm coming from a different lens than everybody else, because the people that were there kind of saw him. like we kind of saw everything happen so up close and personal. And if you were watching the TV, you kind of only saw the emotions evoked from the players, like, and it was really just a reaction of what we were seeing.
Yes.
So for a moment, I guess the world kind of like stopped. And everybody was just like this. Well, you forgot all about football. You was like just trying to figure out what's going on that has everybody so heartbroken or so in a bad space. So I felt like when you see him on TV yesterday, it's like a moment of like triumph, moment of rejoice. Like everybody won by seeing, him positive, him well, him speaking, I know that's as good as I got for you.
Yeah, it was great to see, and I loved seeing all of the first responders who were on the field and then at the hospital and part of the teams.
Yeah.
Just seeing them last night at NFL Honors, and there they are, right there on the screen.
Beautiful people on our training staff. You want to give them more than a pat on the back. You want to give them more than a hug. You just want to give them really a moment of just appreciation of being professionals, because in sports we fall in the line of being professional, but it's entertainment, and what they do is life-saving, and you don't really see it in football as much, just because like the sport that we play, guys get injured, but not to this extent.
Yes.
So to know that they were professional, they were ready to go, and they were prepared, it's like this. Damn, like every job is important, and everybody plays a part. So shout out to our staff.
Stefon Diggs here on the Rich Eisen Show from the Buffalo Bills, courtesy of Downey. We'll get to that in a second. You have a prediction for Super Bowl 57?
Seeing that I played the Kansas City Chiefs consistently. I know the team. I know their offensively, and Steve Magnolia, like his brain and how it works. I'm pretty sure he's going to put together a plan. I love the Eagles' defense. They play great defense. They got a good offense. They got, receivers that go crazy. They got a running back that can run. They got a good offense as well, but it's going to try to slow down Patrick Mahomes, and that's always really, really tough to do.
Yes.
So I'm probably go with Kansas City.
You'll go with Kansas City.
Yeah.
Most everybody sitting in these chairs has been saying Eagles.
Yeah, because I like the Eagles. Everybody likes the Eagles, but I also feel like they haven't played Patrick Mahomes. I've played Patrick Mahomes in that team. Not even just Patrick Mahomes, but they got some real pieces over there. And Frank Clark with the energy on defense.
Yes.
Chris Jones, guys like that. It's just that little stuff that you don't really see, but those guys make more plays than anybody. And they got a young back end. To go out there and compete at a high level with a young back end says a lot about their defensive coordinator and the position that he put them in and how much that he trusts them. I feel like they grew up probably this year alone. They went from rookies and stuff like that to guys that got to be out there playing at a high level.
And they also took a lot personally from the Bengals for somebody who does come up with, as you pointed out, him and have a very inventive way of
100%.
talking your game, and then of course backing it up.
100%.
Where did you rank Burrowhead from afar when you heard the Bengals call that spot Burrowhead? What are you thinking about when you heard that?
I like the Bengals because they're young and they're confident.
Yes.
They don't lack confidence. They got 3 receivers. They got a running back. They got the quarterback at the helm. Joe Cool is really Joe Cool. And
right.
He gives you a reason to kind of be motivated from that position. And I see why they talk a little junk, is because they're offensively driven team. They play good defense, but they're offensively driven team mostly. So,
but in terms of coming up with this stuff, were you just nodding your head?
I kind of just go with it. I was like this. Look, they're getting creative now. You know what I'm saying? I gotta respect the creativity.
So I
figured. You know what I'm saying? I like creativity. I'm all about swag, so I'm here for it.
But you won't call it Allen head though, right?
Nah, we don't get into all that.
You don't get into all that.
I try not to get into all the talking. I leave that for the young kids.
Well, we like you're an old man. You're an old man, and so you also made an impact here on this program, because last March, when all the free agent signings and trades and all were going down, and then everything went crazy. Even like a week later.
I know.
And the day that Tyreek Hill went from Kansas City, and that morning you wake up like, wait a minute, he's going to really want out? Okay, wait a minute, he's really getting out? Oh, wait a minute. It's done? Like he's going to Miami? You put up a tweet, you sent out a tweet, and we use it all the time.
The hell going on?
We wanted to know how, like, what was the inflection? That's it right there?
Right now it's just seeming like we're in a different space now. Like, as old school and traditional as football was, that's kind of like becoming more outdated. It's coming more like guys are kind of somewhat taking more control of their destiny and more control of their future. You see a guy like, I give one great example,
Sure.
Tyreek Hill for sure, but then Minka Fitzpatrick was in Miami, was in a situation, I'm not saying he was in a bad situation, but was he in a good situation for him? Nah, because you saw him go to Pittsburgh and become an all-pro safety in a drop of a hat, in a blink of an eye. So he always had the talent, he always had the ability, but more so the situation. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I feel like the way things are going now, guys are somewhat taking more control of just their life and the things that are going on. Back in the day, you play with a team for 100 years and you get a pat on the back in the end, and it's like, all right, well, whether you were a good player, unsung hero, Hall of Famer, that was it. Nowadays, the kids are like, well, nah. I don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you kind of did that with Minnesota.
Yeah, 100%. I feel like I'm 100% agreeing, and I always have something to back it. Like, you got to have a thorough explanation as to why you don't want certain things or why. And it's not necessarily selfishly, because at the end of the day, this is a professional business. This is a business, because if I tell you firsthand, if you're not doing your job, they're going to find somebody that is. You know what I'm saying? So if I am doing my job, or I kind of just want a different scenery, why not? Huh?
So that's what we refer to last March as the
hell going on.
The hell going on month. Is that what we refer
That's
to?
when your mom wakes up and the kitchen's still dirty or your room is a mess. It's like, the hell's going on? A lot of surprises.
You gave voice to what a lot of people were thinking at the time. Like, the hell going on?
Rich, I've waited since March to hear him say those
And now
words.
we've got
You have no idea
You got
how
on the
many
clip
times
now.
we played
Just
that
plug
show.
it. Just plug it
We
now.
are
The hell
going to.
on?
Trust me. Certainly when next month is that crazy
It's
again, I'm
spicy
sure.
again.
So what are you doing for Downey before I let you go?
Oh, well, I'm here on behalf of Downey.
Yes.
As I wanted you to sniff this shirt on behalf of the Downey Unstoppables. They keep you smelling good. It's like perfume for your clothes. And, I'm clean. I like to look good, and I like to smell good. So,
Of course.
match made in heaven a little bit.
It is that. And the 12 weeks of freshness that's coming from the Downey brand, partnered with a mystery celebrity that's been teasing the campaign since December, and it's going to be paid off.
Yeah,
right here at the
amazing.
Super Bowl.
And we have some people that already use it. So
That's right. Brockman, right?
Every night.
all the way behind it.
Fantastic.
Every night.
Easy.
I do laundry a couple once every
And
few weeks.
TJ, we all, for those listening on the radio during our Roku channel only segment, we all sniffed the shirt, and TJ took an extra sniff and creeped
Inhale.
out our guest, Stefon
Inhale,
Diggs.
inhale,
You
inhale.
weren't.
Okay,
You weren't.
very
I was a little concerned. Like, you're like the kid with the Sharpie, like smiling it.
At Stefon Diggs on Twitter and Instagram. You're one of my favorites. Thanks for
God.
coming on.
Anytime.